Welcome back to the morning show here on Tobago Updates Television. We're just about 7:46 a.m. So, of course, if you're getting yourself to work and the children to school for 8, you have to get there quickly. But remember to drive safely on our nation's roads. I'm talking about driving safely on our nation's roads. In studio with us, we have Inspector Kathlyn Sterling of the T.T.P.S. to bring our crime updates and also to have a very interesting conversation with us this morning. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Adanna, and good morning to our listening viewers.
Of course, it's always a pleasure having T.T.P.S. in studio with us as we get the information, the details about things happening on the island of Tobago. And what a weekend. What a weekend on the island. We saw so many road traffic accidents, and then we saw an incident taking place in the Speyside area. Can you give us some details as to what transpired there?
So, Adanna, over the weekend we had a lot of road traffic accidents, as you can see. Roads were wet and persons did not take the time on the road. However, we have serious RTA, we have persons hospitalized, and we with the family and hope that these persons get well soon. However, we are asking drivers to take care on the roadway. We are having way too many accidents, serious accidents. So the road is wet, take our time on the road. We have to reach home safe and get to our destination safely. Over the weekend, we had a wounding at the Speyside Shallowfield district. I cannot say much about it because it's actively under investigation. However, we have persons warded and someone in custody in relation to this wounding.
Sweet Tobago, we need to get back to Sweet Tobago. And, I want to join with you in, admonishing our drivers, even whether the roads are wet or they are dry, that we pay attention and ensure that we drive safely on our nation's roads. There's so many times that you try to kind of overtake somebody and you're just driving recklessly because you want to get someplace real fast, and I don't understand the need for speed. And so I just want to say to our drivers on the outside, ensure that you drive safely. Now we have this very, very interesting topic, and it's community partnerships with the T.T.P.S, right? Talk us through exactly what community partnerships mean and who are you going to be partnering with, and what we could kind of expect coming out of this partnership.
So another community partnership is one of our strategic pillar of the T.T.P.S 2025-2027 strategic goals. And we started off with a bang with the police sports over the weekend in Trinidad, where that is a great example of community partnership, where the community partner with the police with our sports day at the police barracks, where family members, each and everyone were invited and partake in that sports. We had 3 events like road races and where children were also involved, civilians were also involved, and that created a great bond between the public and the police. So we're looking at community partnership. What really community partnership is about? Trust, gaining trust from the police, mutual respect, understanding each other, and transparency in problem solving. So that's basically what community partnership is all about.
So is it basically about like socialization, social events, including communities in activities and stuff like that?
Yeah, so we have a lot of community outreach programs that involve both police and the community. So we have what we call the station council meetings that involve the community coming, having meetings with the police, giving their views, how to deal with crime. So that community-based meeting involves each facet of the community. We have the teachers, we have the ministers, we have the doctors, we have the pastors. Everybody comes together and they give the police ideas on how to police their area. So with that, we can get more effective policing and able to treat crime more effectively.
So this comes is kind of in tandem with, if you see something, say something, so that you have the persons within the community kind of understand the culture of the area, kind of standing as an advisor to the police.
Yes, we do, because for instance, in the sugar industry we have we form a group, Bethel. We form a group with community of Blackrock, Friends of Blackrock. Now that group involves all the key aspects, all the key players in the Blackrock community. What we had a walkabout with these people, and we were actually listening to what the community. So it's like, Adanna, you from Scarborough, we went with you. You engage persons in the community because they feel more, they could relate to you more than the police. And in doing that, we gain the trust of persons. We enter in the school where we have programs with the children, identify what problems they have, bringing NGOs from outside to come into the schools to assist the children that I need. So we have a lot of these organizations, and we come in together to have better relationship, build trust. We're talking about transparency. You know, we always have that the police they don't trust the police. You know, they make reports against police bullying persons, they make reports. So we want to have these processes that are transparent. So we have the Police Complaints Authority and we have the police complaints situated at Crown Point Police Station. And if you feel that you would not treat it fairly, maybe just making a report and police officers not following up or giving you feedback, or you think they treated you unjustly, we have the Police Complaints Authority, which is separate and apart to the T.T.P.S, and we have the police complaints, which is within the T.T.P.S. So you can make your report and get feedback and get justice. So in doing this, you know, we build the trust so persons will know, well, we are transparent, and they will come and give us ideas and help us so that we could, as you say, if we see something, say something, make a better T.T.P.S and a better community.
And you know, you spoke earlier about the different activities that the T.T.P.S will engage communities in, like sporting activities, social activities. And I know you had a series of town hall meetings, especially at the end of last year into this year, especially when we saw the crime rate kind of increasing on the island. Do you intend to continue that, and do you intend to engage with different groups within communities to ensure they have a voice in that space as well?
Well, that is mandated by the T.T.P.S. We're supposed to have a station council meeting once per month, walk about within the communities, reaching the persons talking, and that is ongoing. That is a regular ongoing. We have community meetings where we go to the communities and, you know, we talk to the communities. They give us their ideas on how they think the T.T.P.S could reach, solve a crime. So that is an ongoing program that is happening within the T.T.P.S, also the Tobago division. Within the T.T.P.S Tobago division, we have the group called Rock, reaching communities through sports, and that was originated from our senior soup, Eli, and other stakeholders in the division, where we go into the communities and we have seminars, sports seminars with the youths of the community, trying to reach them so we could break down crime within the communities. And it's working because they're going from community to community. We even had where we had the team from football team from Trinidad coming to Tobago to play the police football team at Shaw Park. And then we have the kids, the groups come in and, you know, we playing games, they playing games. We have a police team who go into the communities and play different communities. So we breaching the gap there, you know, able to show our presence also in a different form and build trust so persons could feel free to come to us and talk, because we come right down to the level where we are one under one playing field.
And are you getting, you know, it sounds very exciting, and I could see that you're passionate about this, ensuring that you kind of bridge that gap, ensuring one, the trust again, communities trusting police, and of course police extending their arm to have that type of relationship. Can you say that you have been getting positive feedback? Are you getting the buy-in from communities? Are you seeing different groups and organizations within communities coming on board with you and agreeing with you that this is what we want to do and this is how we want to move forward?
Yes, we are seeing it, and we can see the reflection in the crime statistics in Tobago, because we having a decrease in crime, and that
is a result of us going into the communities and talking to the young people and having them engage in meaningful activities. So, you know, the focus shift from crime and it shift more to community work and organizing and going out there and actually fusing everything together. Yes, we still have the crime, the property crime, but we see we have a decrease. So which means it is working. And you know, we want the continued support of the community as we go out there and try to bridge the gap and decrease crime and criminality in Tobago.
And if like a community group has an idea that has not been raised by the T.T.P.S, you haven't gone into the community with this specific idea, and I'm from a specific area and I think that this would work here, can that group come into the T.T.P.S or and to raise the idea, to have a conversation, and if so, which branch do they go to and how do they make that type of arrangement?
So we have, that can be done. And that is excellent. That's what we want. We want persons coming in with ideas so that we could work with their community. And you could go to any police station within your community. So if the idea maybe is Roxborough, you could go into the Roxborough police station and speak to the inspector there, or wherever district it is, you can go. You can even go to the senior soup and give your idea, and then it will reach down to the station itself. And within, well, the Shervan Road Police Station and the Scarborough Police Station, we have the community police unit. And that's where they can go and speak to the SU in charge of the police community and get the idea across. We sit down, we have meetings, and we do our best and make it happen, you know.
Sounds really, really good. And I really do hope, I mean, I know all stakeholders need to get involved in fighting crime and providing alternatives, because sometimes we talk about the young people getting into mischief, or even some older folks, you know, they get themselves in on the wrong side of the law. But what are the alternatives? And I see the T.T.P.S now coming with these initiatives, providing an alternative, at least if even for an hour a day or half an hour, once a week, once a month, where there's something that communities can look forward to prepare for. For instance, the Sports and Family Day, you know, it wouldn't take one day to prepare for a Sports and Family Day. So you're engaging them for a period of time to be involved in something like that. And is that the kind of idea and the concept that you
And that's what we're saying, is a continuation, a continuity. So, you know, we start and we keep going and we going and we going. So it's not a one-shop situation that, hey, we have a sports today and that's the end of it. And as we say, it takes planning. So at every stage we are engaging the community. So we actually give them the work to do the planning, and they come to us with the idea, and then we put our piece into it, and then it comes together as one. So these are programs that we are continuing, and these are ways that we are looking to bridge the gap with crime. And that's when it's one of our strategic pillars, and that's why we focusing on community partnership.
And you know, in closing, is there any additional information you'd like to share with our viewers this morning?
Well, you know, we've seen property crimes on increase, that is break-ins, burglaries, larceny, dwelling houses. So we're asking homeowners and business owners to, you know, secure your property, do checks, have cameras, be aware of what's happening, and, you know, to ensure that we have continual decrease in the crime in Tobago.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We've been speaking with Inspector Kathlyn Sterling of the T.T.P.S, bringing the crime updates and also talking about community partnership and how you can join in the fight against crime right here on the island of Tobago. What better way than to join forces so that we can ensure that our communities and our areas where we live in are safe, so that our children can even be in the yard playing, and we feel comfortable about that as well. Before we go, we have to remind you of the photo of the day. The photo of the day, were you able to guess where the photo of the day was taken? I'm sure it's the iconic, somebody finish a sentence for me, the iconic, yes, this is Store Bay. This is Store Bay Beach, the iconic Store Bay Beach, and we want to thank Royce Douglas for submitting that photo for us this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, we do hope that you have an awesome day today. This is where we end the morning show, but it's not where we end our programming. We head on over to GMT, and as we go, we invite you to stay with us, and as you stay, we invite you to help us. Share the live, share the live, share the live.